was very real and had a lot of preparation, but it also, in a way, was a little bigger than life, just because of the story behind it. But I never thought, you may remember the story of El Cid when he got mortally wounded, and it looked like his troops were going to quit because he wasn't going to lead them into battle. And so they strapped him on that horse and ran him down to the beach called El Cid. Well, Mike was strapped on a horse going down that beach tonight, and I called him El Cid before the game. But really, he just wasn't going to have it any other way to step out there and not even blink and make that game and do all the physical things it takes. And I'm sure proud of him. And the messages that there's nuances that make really a part of making great coaches. So I'm so proud of him, for him, proud of the staff, and Quinn. That's a big victory for the franchise tonight.
Do you think you made a statement in this game tonight, beating a team like the Eagles, which you hadn't done this year?
Well, I think the Eagles are formidable, and they're a good team, and you don't have that record without it. We know they're a good team. We came within 6 yards of getting it in the end zone up in Philadelphia and might have gotten it the first time. But we've got a good team too. And we'll hopefully see them. I told Jeff Lurie before the game, God, I hope we get to play again past tonight. So, but they do have a good team. But I'm so proud of this team for stepping up. You had Mike McCarthy's effort. But I'll tell you right now, Michael Parsons was a little weak and just weak from the flu. And he was outstanding. And this is the kind of thing that everybody on this team should and will always remember, but it should carry us as we look forward to the next 4 regular season games and the playoffs. Hopefully.
Jerry, is this the most satisfying win of the Mike McCarthy era?
I would say yes, yeah, and it has to do with the fact that he came up off the operating table to not even wince and stand there and fight it all night, call it, and coach it. But I'm also going to say that this team has prepared, they've worked hard, they've bought into his ideas, the nuances, the changes that have been made on offense. They bought into what Dan's doing. That was a complete game against an outstanding group of NFL players, the Eagles tonight.
I know you've already said that you think this is the kind of team that can go all the way, but as you build and you have victories this big against this level opponent.
Well, this game is additive. There's no question that everybody feels better about their ability to compete than we did 3 hours ago. Because of the nature of our opponent, and the opponent brought that out in us. And I can go down the list, but I saw a great effort. But this team knows that it can compete, and we're going to have to compete. We're going to have to do it at Buffalo next week in a big way. We're formidable. Do it in Miami. We'll have to do it in Washington. And so we've just got a lot of games to go. But I'm sure I'm proud of just the fundamental way on all sides of the ball we played tonight.
Jerry, you played 15 games in a row at home. How important is it to get a home playoff game?
Well, I would love to have a home playoff game because of the reasons why we get it. And, of course, our fans deserve it, principally. But this team can play. And can play without being at home as well. I'm confident.
Jerry, Dak walked off the field tonight to cheers of MVP. How do you think he's made his case, and how do you think tonight contributes to that?
Well, I thought this was a monumental game for him tonight. Everybody that follows the NFL and follows sports knew that he had a lot of expectation as to how he was going to perform and how he was going to meet this challenge. There was the ever overhang of, well, did he do it in the right situation? Did he do it with the right competition? And I don't mean to sound condescending. That's fair. Well, he did it tonight. He did it in a very efficient way against as good as we'll play. And so, candidly, we now have played some of the better-looking teams. We've got 2 more to play here real quick, and we'll see how we go. But I think that Dak certainly, I thought that we'll go as good as far as Dak will take us. I've got Dak would tell you that he'd take exception to that. There's a double handful of players and a lot of other players that will make the big difference. But at the end of the day, this was a team builder tonight.
What's it like to have a kicker, it's a weapon like this?
Well, I have to pinch myself to think that it's been less than 12 months, and I didn't know. As a matter of fact, I didn't think we were going to make a extra point. So it just shows you that thing can turn, and it has. And so I'm proud for him, proud for us, and I don't know that I've witnessed any more impressive kicking exhibition than we had out there tonight, because we needed those field goals to be tried. We needed them. The additive aspect of them made up of what, 2.5 touchdowns? Didn't he do 5?
4.
4? Was it 4? I thought it was 5. You sure?
Yeah,
I'm kidding. But bottom line is they were meaningful. They were meaningful in the ebb and flow of the game. They were created a morale lift for our team, and they created something to overcome for their team. So they were worth even more than the 3 points they got.
Going back to Dak, MVP, it's not his ultimate goal, obviously, but given his story and given how he's criticized and he recognizes that from the recent commercial, what would it mean for him to win that award?
First of all, I just, as far as what it represents, which is his, would be his importance to the team, he doesn't have to win that award for me to know how important he is to our aspirations this year, where we are and where we got a chance to go. So he's got that kind of appreciation from, I think, everybody in this organization. It's Dak evolving and working with Mike and Schottenheimer and what we're trying to do offensively, and how he's making those adjustments that represents his finest skill and his finest quality. And that is, he can take his idea or your idea, and he can take it from a classroom to a practice field to the ball game and execute it. He's the best I've ever seen at taking it from there to there. And that's what he's done here. And Mike's injected his principles or ideas that he thought our personnel best suited. Dak stepped right in and worked with it and made it work. So I think he's a great example to me about what football is. And football, you very seldom get here as a football player. You have to become one, and he's become possibly, and I would say he's become the most valuable player right before our eyes in the last several months.
You said before, I think it was on Friday, you said it would take a Herculean effort. You said 3 different times that you were nervous about this game. What part of this game did you maybe stop feeling nervous?
Well, I have to pinch myself right now to just realize that we've won this game. I still have that kind of respect for Philadelphia and what is at stake, and how it addresses perception. Perception is real. It's very real, and I know that. And do a lot of managing in life based on perception, and this perception that we've been able to allow maybe start off not hitting on all cylinders, but start off in the early part of the year and evolve into the offense that we are now, and the complementary football that coaches bring up that out with. Basically, you've got to have some talent that buy into the direction of their coaching. That's what you have with Dak. And of course, I've never been around to find a leader.